It was a historic week for the women's basketball program, reaching the first AP Top 25 ranking. And Coach, how about that for the program, ranked in the AP Top 25, and you also brought this team to 20 wins, the fastest in program history. What does that mean to you and for this program?
Well, it's a credit to our staff and our players, to get our program recognized on the national level. So I know our fans and season ticket holders were excited. I think up to this point we've done what we've needed to do in non-conference play, and we got out to a really good start in league play as well. Now it's just continuing that momentum all the way through the conference tournament.
We've had a couple games since our last taping of this show. The most recent one was a loss at East Carolina this past Sunday, but you guys were down by 8 in the final minute 15 and rallied all the way back to within 1 point. What does that say about the resolve of this team?
The resolve was good. I just didn't think, we competed for 40 minutes. I think it was more we looked up, hey, shoot, we're down 12-15. We're running out of time here, and you can't just flip on the light switch and let's say let's go, and that's what happened to us. We had to use our timeouts down the stretch to lengthen the game, and we had to take 2 untimely timeouts, one on a special situation, the other one to stop an East Carolina run, and we ran out of time. But there's so many possessions in that basketball game. If we do things differently in rebounding the ball, taking care of it, and defending, it doesn't get to that point.
I know you talked about flipping that light switch, and someone who looked like she did that was Courtney Williams down the stretch there, scoring 9 of the final 11 points, 34 in the game. What makes her such a special player in those late game and crunch time situations?
Well, I think she wants to take big shots, and she wants the ball in her hands, but talk to her. She's got to put 2 halves together, on both ends of the floor. We don't get back in that game if Courtney does what she does offensively. But again, it's all those different possessions in the game.
Well, plenty ahead here on the Jose Fernandez Show. We'll go inside a practice with the coach, and we'll look at the highlights from the past week. All that coming up.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 4 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, nephrology, orthopedics, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay, again, and one of America's best. Tampa General Hospital, trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
A lot of travel for the USF women's basketball team. Most recently, though, their last home game back on February 7th against Cincinnati, the first of 2 matchups this year between the teams, and it was that typical stellar USF defense that carried the Bulls in this one, as did the scoring duo of Courtney Williams and Alicia Jenkins. 8th straight game of at least 20-plus points for Williams. She had 20 in just 25 minutes. And a big night for Alicia Jenkins as well. 19 points, 15 rebounds, the 16th double-double of the season. The Bearcats really had no answer for that duo. And then the balance of the Bulls was just too much. Tamara Taylor had 9 points. Maria Jesperson had 8 points and 7 rebounds. And the Bulls were all over the glass when they did miss. 56-37 rebounding advantage. So Shalithia Stringfield had 6 assists as well, and 1 steal that you saw right there. The Bulls took a big lead into halftime. It was 34-13 at the half. In the second half, much of the same. The second team did get involved, but not before a tremendous play made by Courtney Williams. Really highlight level Harlem Globetrotter stuff. The inbound off the defender and the basket. And to add insult to injury, there was a foul on Cincinnati as well. Take another look. Williams, recognizing the defender just didn't have her back turned around, threw it right off of her, and had the basket. It was all USF in this one. The Bulls got every active player involved and held an opponent to the lowest output of the season. Bearcats also shot just 24% in the loss as USF grabbed its 19th win of the season. The Bulls took on SMU for the second time this season, and it was another win against the Mustangs. USF improved to a 6-game win streak. You see Courtney Williams, another 20-plus point outing. Alicia Jenkins' double-double streak did end, but she scored in double figures in the 72-51 win. In the second matchup against the Pirates, USF did fall, ending their 6-game win streak. ECU just holds on for that 1-point win. Courtney Williams had an outstanding second half, a game-high 34 points, and Alicia Jenkins had her 17th double-double of the season. The Bulls now drop to 11-2 in conference.
Looking for an individual or family health care plan? Or maybe a dental policy? Look no further than the Tampa Florida Blue Centers in West Shore, Carrollwood, and Pinellas Park. For more information, go to floridablue.com or call the number on the screen.
This is where the legends live, waiting for someone with better innovation. From the brand that reinvented the t-shirt comes the Under Armour Speedform Apollo. This is our rocket ship.
Come on, Laya. Big turn. Good job, guys. Way to push each other. Stay down, stay down.
Well, coach, he has like very high expectations of us. So when we come to practice, he expects 100%. And like if you don't come prepared or you're not there, he's gonna tell you that you're not there.
Mostly he's like serious, but it also depends on how his day's going as a like regular day. Like if he's having a bad day, like or it's not as good, then you can tell because he's human. But for the most part, it's just serious and like ready to handle business.
High hands. Good. Straight up. Good. High hands. Straight up more. Good. Wrap it up. Talk it up. Let's go. Good. Move it over. Let's jump to the ball. Let's get through the screen. Let's go. Here we go. Get through. Talk.
He wants us to make sure that we come out with a bunch of energy on the floor, so practice can just be like, not as hard. Well, practice is gonna be hard anyway, but but just full of energy and full of life, so everybody can just, at least we're having fun, basically having fun while working hard.
If he doesn't be specific and tell me exactly what I am doing, then I'm probably going to continue to do the thing that I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't know like exactly. So he had to be specific. You just missed the box out on, he'll stop the play immediately right there.
Come with hands and help outside the lane. Help early. Once it gets skipped over there, all right, it's live. Ari's out of the play. Do you understand? So now it's one-on-one. All right, so you're coming on a straight sprint. You skip it to Ari. You don't throw it to Ari. You skip it to Ari. She's coming on a straight sprint. You understand? Then what we're going to do is we're going to add 2-on-2. You understand? So in other words, Court's going to sprint out. Let's say it goes to Ari. We're going to add another defender. Court, go ahead. No, Court gets Ari. Where do you got to go? And then we'll play two. T, I want you to slide over here to Coach. You'll be here, and now Ari can go. So the top guy's got to go react. All right? We'll play 2-on-2. We'll go one-on-one, more like one-on-one driving lane contained, but you're coming on a closeout. Let's do it again. Let's go. High hands. Contain it. Contain it. Good. Straight up.
When we're practicing good and like the energy just carries it all. So when practice is over and he says, okay, bring it in, clap it up, everybody's clapping, and like, because everybody know that we did something today, we progressed.
For example, like bad hair day, like he'll throw a joke, you know, about that, like, whoa, you're gonna get your hair done tomorrow, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, more so when it's on the court, he's not even focusing on that. Like, it's just basketball. Like, you know, he just really wanna, you know, win. Like,
It's like you don't always have to be so serious all the time. Like, you can like be more comfortable. Like, you don't have to always be like, oh, I gotta do this, gotta be a robot, gotta do this, make sure I do this right. Like, just having that, I guess, that relief that you can, like, after practice, you can just be cool with Coach Jose and stuff like that. Like, it's just like a relaxed environment.
Great job the other night. Great to share. Let's keep this thing rolling. Here we go. I will on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I will.
This is where the legends live, waiting for someone with better innovation. From the brand that reinvented the t-shirt comes the Under Armour Speedform Apollo. This is our rocket ship.
Well, Coach, we are in it. The final home stretch of the season, final 5 games. What have you told your team about the importance of this home stretch?
Well, we got to finish strong. You know, you get out to a great start, 11-1, and you go on the road. And I thought East Carolina did a great job protecting their home floor. So now we got to come back home, and we got two very good games at home. One against Tulsa, which we haven't seen this year, and then in Temple, who's got great guard play, and we're going to have our hands full this weekend at home.
That Tulsa game coming up, it seems like kind of a strange game because they're a newcomer to the conference, so you haven't seen them, don't have a lot of tape on them recently, and then it's also the only meeting this year. Kind of has the feel of a non-conference game this late in the season, so how is this game maybe different or the same for you guys in terms of preparation?
You know, the only difference is that this is just the first time we've played them, but I think Matilda and Tulsa's done, and her staff and her players have done a great job this year. They're sitting in 4th and coming in here with a nice winning streak. They've gotten some nice wins, especially on the road. They went into East Carolina, beat East Carolina at their place. So we're gonna be tested defending out in the perimeter. We got to make sure we keep them in front of us and make them work for everything, especially in the half court, and make sure we get our hands active and they should shoot contested shots against us.
We talked about it at the start of this show, and you mentioned the importance of your team putting together 2 halves. Do you think they understand that importance, or what have you preached to them about how important it is to play an entire game at their highest potential?
Well, I mean, we got a lot at stake here, you know. With a short amount of games that we have left in conference tournament, and right now we're sitting in 2nd in the league, and we positioned ourselves to be an NCAA tournament team, and you know, I think we can learn a lot from this road loss. But again, you gotta come back and take the next 2 practices and shoot around and get ready for Tulsa and transform it into those next 40 minutes.
We are at the home stretch of the women's basketball season. 5 games left. We'll be back with our final Jose Fernandez show of the regular season at the end of all this, and then we'll have one to wrap it all up later in the year. But thanks for watching this edition of the Jose Fernandez Show.